so it's Anna. I chose the 15th century fountain. When I first looked at the fountain, I tried to wrap my mind around how big and fancy the house that had this fountain would be, and how people back in the 15th century valued beauty so much in their homes. I picture a grand image of a really nice place to live. Looking at the fountain, I could hear the water running through and flowing and cool sounds. I could feel, just being near that imaginary water, how cool it would have been on a hot day in Syria. It felt peaceful. I could see the great lounge in the house, or even a grand garden courtyard. I could see people walking around, sitting by the fountain, just doing their everyday things next to some really fancy decoration, like it's nothing at all. The fountain had its practical use, like for cooling, and its aesthetic appeal, so decoration. The wealthy people would want to have grand decorations and wanted where they lived and everything in it to look beautiful. Art was highly valued because it was beautiful. Art was not so much a self-expression kind of thing. Artists would take everyday items and make something elaborate out of it. They would make beautiful objects which would take a ton of time and effort to make, like ceramics, pottery, decorations like the fountain. The fountain was made to add beauty to this person's home and create an overall pleasing setting. The colors were very neutral and didn't distract, so I think it would have gone well with anything where it was placed. I see balance and unity, symmetry. Everything is geometric and like the same all the way around. The great centerpiece grabs your attention, but then it doesn't distract you from all the mosaics and patterns around it. I have to say how elaborate the mosaic pattern is. That also catches my attention. I was curious about how they made it and all the tiles perfectly fitting. I don't know if it was handmade or they had that kind of technology back then. I wanted to know that. It fascinated me. I could see there were different types of patterns and some of the materials looked older than the rest. You could tell that it's been built over and repaired and renewed over a long period of time, not just from like the 15th century. You could see how some patterns were slightly different and went on like newer parts of the fountain, although they're all with the same local materials. As different empires came into Syria, they all had cultural and artistic influences. They're different like ages of fashion in that sense. If I had the chance, I wouldn't necessarily change the fountain itself. I would make it a more comfortable place to sit around and cool down. I guess maybe colors to go wherever I would live. I would change its location. I would make surroundings different, maybe like a seat, like a cushion or something. Maybe like potted plants, those would be cute next to it. I would create ceramic artwork to go with the fountain. I would use similar material and designs for it, and like same colors too. I would have it near the fountain, kind of add a little more to it.